And welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. I'm your host Asher Kaperdon. Wait, when we last left off, we've been the day and night front yard. We've been the day and night pool. But there's still more of the game. Or the adventure. What in God's name could the zombies attack next? Okay, how do they get on my roof? Very persistent. Thanks for the tip. Oh, that's good. So. Oh, ladder. Well, at least that explains something, although. Alright, we got new zombie, the bungee zombie, and new plant, the cabbage bolt, which does lob damage, which means it can attack even on roof levels, as opposed to different pea shooters. That said, sunflower, cabbage bolt. Those are the two things that you will need. Pumpkin, jalapeno, cherry bomb, potato mine, walnut, or tall nut, and something else. And squash, just in case. But let's rock. Alright, there's no dirt here. Good thing I have these potted plants. That is one advantage to these levels. And we want to plant that as close as possible because they can eat the different plants that appear. Good thing cabbage bolts basically cost as much as a pea shooter. But here's an interesting I'm not even gonna. There's one thing about the cabbage bolt, and that's the fact that it's very, very slow. And good old building up equipment and the like. Or setting up. The roof. Seriously, the roof. Of all the places they could have attacked. Actually, the interesting thing is, you can use pea shooters. Except only on this or further rows. And with that, we need to start putting down the cabbage bolt, which fires at half speed. But does more than normal damage. In fact, it does twice as much damage as pea shooter. At half the firing rate, so it's balanced enough. Yep, and as you can see, potted plants are things that zombies eat. Don't ask me why that is, it just is a fact of life. That's not good. That zombie just pulled up a cabbage bolt. Not gonna ask how that works. Quite frankly, I don't want to know. Oh, unevenness, how I hate thee. Don't care, just going to build defenses. Defenses up the wazoo. That's all you have to worry about. Yep. Slowly but surely we're getting... I keep on saying that. Huh. I'm not gonna ask why or contemplate for whatever reason. And... oh phooey. Oh dear! They can just drop zombies wherever they want. That is not a good thing, I would imagine. But this being the first level of this kind is quite easy. Well, easy enough. And what do you know? They are plants. The pot is a plant. A plant is a pot. And the flower plot lets you plant on the roof. Oh, so you do. And you got the roof cleaner. Spike weeds, spike rocks. Magnetrums into gold magnets. Not gonna ask what that's about. Don't have very much, so let's buy the roof cleaner, just in case, and those difficult roof levels. War and Peace. Then I was a fan of Tolstoy or whatever. And on to the next level, where flower pot, sunflower, cabbage pulp. Technically that's all you need, and all this is just defensive means and preventative. Well, let's rock. Oh dear. Now you have to use them if you want to use pea shooters. But if you don't want to use pea shooters, it's doesn't matter really. And the music's starting to get a little more upbeat for these later levels. So, just regular business, I guess. Yes, it is. You only got, like, what, 15 days? Well, technically I only have, like, 12 days till the end of this, and if I don't do it in that amount of time, then I'm kinda screwed. Oh, why is that? Because, well, I actually go away during the end of August, so good thing I'm recording this now, and we'll use that because there's no real time to do anything else. Sun by each little bit. And there are 2 there, so let's deal with them effectively. To the best of my ability. Well, not to the best of my ability, more like best of defensive means. Just have that one explode on. Well, that was perfectly planned and completely unintentional. response, I guess you'd say, in some regards. Everything's slightly defended. Though it may seem weird, it is. Oh, I can right click. This makes things a lot easier. Well, somewhat. I can right click somewhat. Ha! And random firing of the like. Okay. Come on, recharge faster, faster. Faster, I say. Yeah, they're not gonna get through that anytime soon. Well, at least we have a decent wall. Huge wave of zombies is approaching. You don't say. That was on the wrong one. Okay, I don't know what's gonna grab. And I grabbed the slightly more important one. So how's this part gonna go anyway? What do you mean with recording it? And the plan's basically how to put it. I guess the plan is finish recording plans for a zombie in this set. And probably gonna have 2 parts of it. Or with the credits and something else. Right, that doesn't exist. Kind of. Not really. It's somewhat decent. The interesting one. The kernel pult fires corn kernels and butter at zombies. This can be good and bad. It can be good with butter because that freezes them in place. However, that said, I'm a pot for playing it. I am also a plant. Has your mind exploded yet? But the kernels do light damage, which isn't too good. And as we see, ladder zombies. Let's check the shop. And none of these are really that useful here. That could be useful, but that's very supportive. Oh well. Didn't really use the jalapeno or cherry bomb even. Although it would help with the ladder zombies. You might see that in a little bit. Yeah, the game is starting to really encroach on you. With the amount of space they give you at the beginning of each level. Yeah, this is standard. Don't most of your levels start with only 3 rows available to begin with? Have the next one recharge. Being cheap to begin with is always good. As you develop Sun a little bit faster. And I can be cheap just a little bit longer, too. If I can click, thank you game, that might not work. Oh well. Don't know why I planted in that row particularly, I don't know. And we obviously could be cheap with that, but yeah, it's not very impressive when it... Oh, this is impressive though. Yep, that can be very useful, obviously. And we already have a row available. That's good. It's very good. And sun being produced at the wazoo. Because wazoos. A little bit of defense every time. Just going down through the motions. I think we'll actually push up further. Have more butter producing plants. You have 2 ways of the stuff, and I want that to be dealt with immediately, I say. Immediately. Thank you, game. Also, a problem with the capults is that they may or may not hit the other targets. What does that mean? Well, it's lobbed, it's out of sight, out of mind, basically. It's been fired, it's going to hit where that zombie was. Even if that zombie was dead. Which is not fun. Well, I'd much prefer the tall nut strategy. Although, ladder zombies, they don't take too kindly to the tall nut. Think the ability to have oh no. What was I saying? Oh yeah, with ladder zombies, think the ability to give any zombie the ability of pole vaulters. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Well, yeah, if there is a zombie where no one was, there's a chance that it, like, might hit also. And with this strange plant, what does it do? The coffee bean. Planted on mushroom to wake it up. Yep, you can use mushrooms in these day levels. Except they cost 75 more. Their cheapness now becomes normalness. And it's good for a certain strategy. Although lines. Fast and slow. Fume shrooms and magnet shrooms. I don't get that joke. $8.99. But with the coffee bean, we could use turn fume shrooms into gloom shroom strategy. However, we probably need another plant to go along with it to make it really work. So we're not gonna do that. And you have to pick one, a plant for everything, so in case of emergencies. Yeah, they obviously want you to put coffee beans on magnet shrooms. But we can take it, right? We can take them. Ah, mouses. They tend to break after a while. Yeah, let's avoid that aisle for a little bit. Aisle? Row? I don't know. Yeah, sometimes one count corn can stun a zombie forever. Sometimes. Not always, though. Which is one drawback. Offense is... Good offense is the best defense, as some say. Or best defense is a good offense. One or the other. Yeah, I just totally botched up that quote. Much prefer you to throw some butter, please. Butter, butter, butter. Dear Lord. Didn't matter. Good thing they don't eat zombies, they just bounce. Unless, of course... stuff. And don't place that ladder, please, whatever you do, do not place that ladder. Good sir. The only thing I have to worry about them is if they get too far. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine. I can just be fertilizer for my plants. At least there's defenses for normal zombies, and when it comes down to it, kind of zombies, football guys, football zombies, they're no longer guys, they're monsters. Ah, the glory of the kettle pulp. Or kernel pulp. Whatever they're called. They can stop those guys. Dead in their tracks. Huge wave of zombies, eh? They'll stop all those pogo zombie people. And once that recharges, we have a full even defense. To the point where we can start going backwards and placing it with weapons, chemical guns, and the like. Just add on the damage, and whoa, that's bad. And they just ripped through that, as you can see. That's not good. Damn it, liar zombies. There I go swearing again when I shouldn't. There's an idea. Okay. Problem solved. All is good. And let's earn enough sun to actually sponsor this heavy investment. Because now our sun producing facility is basically gone. Our offensive facility re-exists, but oh yeah, that too. Well, I'll just hope for the best. And we don't have enough sun. Shocker. Yeah, well. Strategy worked enough, I guess. At least there's nothing worse than the football zombies and a watering can. Okay. And you can play this in garden mode. Well, thank you, game. On this occasion, I present you your very own Zen Guard. So yeah, Zen Garden. A way to earn money. You need, your plants need fertilizer to grow. Visit the shop to pick up some fertilizer. Okay. No, thank you. And different things like golden watering can, which you don't really need, but fertilizer, bug spray, phonograph. Don't know why we have phonograph or need a phonograph. Okay, that was a nice excursion. Sure. I have to warn you. Oh, well, thank you for warning. I say I hate them so much. And Avengers. Whoopity! Whoopity doo! Here comes those idiots now, and holy moly. They're emphasizing that, and it's another scroll. Yay! Those are always fun, right? Chompers. That's not very helpful. Or is that? I guess I have to. Seeing that the game wants us to reuse chompers. Well, it's slow, so isn't that bad. Oh, but it gets much worse. That can be assured. Oh, they're slow to the usage, I guess. Smile and nod. Oh dear. Thanks for the warning, game. Thank you again for the warning. You non-existent one. Trying to get that one, but oh no luck. Don't really need that. That I would like. I don't know why, but I would like it. Yes, thank you for being the more larger threat, I guess you could say. Assumedly. Bungie's incoming. Well, no more defenses, I guess. In that sense. Yep, non-stop bungees. As per requested. That's one way to deal with it. Non-stop bungees and chompers is the bigger problem here. Slightly bigger threat. I guess. And final way for this level. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna play defensively here for a bit. Holy moly. Yeah, I want this level to end. Dang it. Yay, garlic. Ah, good old garlic. Very disgusting. Drive zombies into other lanes. And there's the other part of that strategy. And catapults. They are going to throw the kitchen sink at us next, probably. Usage on attacks diverts zombies into other lanes. Now this isn't infinite, mind you, but we could use that strategy if we wanted to. However, I guess it's kind of better to stick to usual business. Like, yeah, it'd take up way too much. Well, unless we were literally going straight for that strategy. Which I probably wouldn't end up doing. So let's do our usual rock. Okay, my ear just popped. That's not good, and you didn't need to know that. Okay, when that happens. I need a new microphone. That is most certain. And I think part of the microphone problem is that I have a terrible microphone. I think, anyway. That's the majority of the problem, I believe. Let's actually place it. Why don't we? I don't know why right-clicking works on that, and nowhere else. But apparently it does. Pro tip if your left mouse button is starting to act up when playing this game. And obviously, gotta do something about them. So, let's do our basic usual thing. Thank goodness for that. Colonel Polt's doing its job. It's a proper job, not just some small old excuse of a job. Okay, now what? Help if... Yep. This mouse I need to replace. Actually, I'll need to replace the whole dang computer, probably. I mean my family and the like. This is the family computer we're running this off of. What's that? That's our doom, good sirs. We've gotten smart. They're attacking our resources. With basketballs. However, they did not think to ever invest in the study of whether or not machines like that blow up. Although, if there was a study on that, that'd be quite interesting. My own honest opinion. Because that just seems too weird to be a natural study. Study of things blowing up. Actually, who wouldn't want to study that? And once again, left mouse button, you are not my friend. Because you refuse to work with me when I desperately need you to. I don't think donuts are gonna block it. Nope. I figured out that we use catapults, so can they. I have an idea. Right, if another catapult comes along and it decides, hey, I'm gonna blow up such and such, I'm going to use, well, not blow up, but destroy such and such. I'm going to use the free space that I had just opened up to make a new plant of the offensive kind. Well, it's final wave, so I doubt we need to have that even happen. I will need to replace that. And a dang pot, too. Eh. Bit of extra damage is all we need. It's all we really need. So we just got introduced to an enemy that is quite hard to deal with. After we got introduced to two of them, now let's deal with both of them at the same time. The umbrella leaf protects nearby plants from bungees and catapults. Now we got something else to put into our folder that is actually useful. Flower pot, cabbage pulp, kernel pulp, sunflower. Let's do that first, then umbrella leaf, potato mine, tall nut, pumpkin. You don't really need the squash. And let's rock if the mouse would click. If the mouse would click. Yeah, I most definitely need a new... That's what... Or microphone, period. Even a stand-up one would be okay. I could find space for it somewhere. Actually, I put that in a very bad spot. Guess we want to put an umbrella leaf there. Why? Well, basically how the umbrella leaf works is it protects itself and the plants around it from aerial barrages. Being the bungee zombies and... whatchamacallit, the... I can't remember its name. I'm like clicking 50 times and it's not working. That's not a good setup, that in the slightest. You know what? Let's remove that and umbrella leaf. Now obviously we need to defend ourselves accordingly. See, now we need to put an umbrella leaf here, thus removing a bit of our offensive capabilities. Unless we compensate somehow. And cord. That was well placed. I did not even think that was gonna happen, but apparently it did. Game showing me. No, we don't want that. Do ever want that there. Yeah, we can place that down, and why not? Place that, and cabbage pulp. Kernel pulp. Ah, good old punny names. That's gonna be hard to defend. Yeah, let's wait a little bit. Inch by inch, and... why did I do that? And why did that sun go away? Bad mouse for the sun, and... this for bungees. Technically, mainly want these two, but these ones out in front can't hurt, as it were. You never know when a zombie might just up and say, hey, I'm gonna bungee here. And look. Glorious, glorious defense. And boing. They are now absolutely useless. Oh joy. Game doesn't want me to win because my mouse is very much screwing up. And that is the thing. Eh. Just a tiny bit extra defense. And he walks through it. His head not on him. However, this is all gonna come to save us, these two plants. Because when the bungee zombies that come like that, just goes right back up. Not any hustle. Huge wave of zombies is approaching. No. God, we're only halfway done with this level. That shows how long these layer levels can be. Very. I think the point where it gets to the point where there are 4 flags. Yep, 4 flags. Not sure if butter does same damage as catapults or not. Eh, it doesn't matter either way. However, as you can plainly see, 2 of our rows are slightly less defended. That being the top and the bottom. No, I mean these 2. Here and here. Because we have an extra area that just isn't defended right. Okay, that's interesting how that was not defended. And 2, eh? Wait, wait, what? I was just about to say round 2 with this guy, but like, there's been like 4 of them. This level alone. Okay, yeah. Now I'm playing weird. Holding this microphone. But oh well. And that's why we had them so far up. Along with our reasonings. Have to deal with a few more, and put some of the sun. Why not? Just in case. And we're almost done with this level, and they give us a plant that they probably should have gave us earlier. The marigold. What does it do? Gives you silver and gold coins. Yeah. It's great with generating money and all, but oh my god. Yeah, it's great with generating money and all, but problem is, yeah, it's not as useful as it could be. Or, scratch that, it's not useful at all with proper levels. It's more like things like, if you want to risk it, plant it. The Gargantua. Yeah, now levels have become just a lot more harder in general. I don't know what to buy. So I won't. Yeah, regular setup. You don't really need the umbrella leaf. So, yeah, we're gonna really muscle in with defenses. Actually, defenses aren't that useful. You'll see why with that giant devil that is there. Yeah. Welcome to some of the hardest levels in this game. Why is it so hard? Because they have just introduced the hardest enemy. Well, hardest normal enemy. Yeah, they're not fun to deal with. No. I've just realized something. Yeah. This is gonna be useful. Jalapeno. What else? What else? That, I guess. Mine and... Not the squash, the cherry bomb. We're gonna use those, actually. You might not believe it, but we are. So yeah. All in anticipation for that one enemy. Help if the mouse button would actually work. So... yeah, we're gonna need a lot of sun in reserve just in case. Yeah. And we're also gonna need an empty flower pot in every row. Yeah, these things are dangerous. And the calm before the storm. course I had to do that. And ate it a pot too. Like it if it didn't double click when I didn't want it to. And I'd also like it for it to actually click when I want to. Maybe I should have pulled out the other mouse. I've had a short cable, but who cares? Its buttons aren't broken to my knowledge. Something in the back of my mind tells me I need that pump to power up right about now. Yeah, nothing too bad yet. And then again, I'm looking at the left side of the screen for sun to stock up on in bulk. Oh dear lord. Yep, fun time. Oh dear. Yep, gargantuars. It's like 2 zombies in 1. And why we wanted the jalapeno was to attack that second zombie. However, we're not able to. And there's about 120, 225 sun down the drain. Yeah. They're literal threats. Not to be messed with. Next level's gonna be fun. You're actually gonna have to really seriously think about what you're doing. And why am I doing that? With the hollow pod plants? Oh, just in case, you know, gargantuars come and try to attack me while I don't know. Yeah, but as you can tell, they could stand up to a normally an insta-kill with any other zombie type. Needless to say, they are quite humongous threats in that regards. Let's wait for a gargantuar to appear, as you know they're not gonna. And we get something that's quite useful, the melon pult. Yeah. Melon pult does heavy damage to a group of zombies. Then catapult times 2 with splash damage. That's why it's so expensive. But considering what they have just thrown at us, that's kind of understandable. Admittedly, the impact isn't quite, I think, as great. But So, you really think this through. Well, seeing that there are most definitely a lot of bungee zombie attacks, catapult zombies, we will obviously want that. We want that, and that, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other ones. They have ladder zombies, so that's not going to be too... these aren't going to be too useful, but we want to take those for Gargantua. Now I'm going to leave that behind and hope that these 3 guys do enough damage. Or freeze them enough. Before we have to rely on this guy. To deal with the imp, obviously. Once again, help if you would click game. But it'd help for a lot of if we did a lot of things that you didn't do game. Once again, I think I'm reaching the limit of this mouse. I'm very tempted to buy a new one right now. I'm very tempted to pause the recording and go out and buy a new one. That's if I could probably drive myself to like some Staples or something. Yeah, I probably have some crummy mouse anyway. You know, if we could save up for a melon pult, that would just be fantastic. Just make this line the melon bolt line. Actually, we could do it where our next row of these things are. Well, the downside is obviously they won't be used if... Did the sun go up? Didn't look like it went up to me. It would help if you click game. Very, very much so. It would very much help. Start laying out more defenses or weapons, and that was very well placed. Very thankful of that. And more money, which we're not probably gonna get to use. Think this might be the last part of this episode, but don't quote me on that. Obviously, we're not making as much sun as we could because of starting to really hate this mouse. Well, at least we got basic defenses up. If only basic. And in case of bungee zombies, we'll have that to defend ourselves with. And this. Dare I save up for it? I think I dare. Actually, I kind of have to. Well, at least we'll place the pot down, which we obviously need to place down. And the melon pult. That is fast as any of the other pults, and of course, twice the damage. Yeah, this is a pretty powerful melon. Oh, going for the thing that'll defend against itself? Huh. But it helps if zombies are near. And it attacks in like a area of effect, really. Well, One disadvantage is with these rows, make these rows kind of well defended, kind of not. And melon pulp. I'm even advancing that far. And final melon pulp. Then I guess row of corn guys. Wow, that was way too close for comfort. Oh my god, that was devastating and to watch. Dear Lord Almighty. Ah, God. Please no gargantuars. Please, 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 please no gargantuars. Let's at least get our basic defense back. And the problem with the melon pulp, as you can see. On to our next wave. Huh. Apparently there aren't 4 waves like I thought. Oh god, I'm not letting you get closer. Come on, deal with that guy. Very good. Keep signing him. Or kill him. That works too. Just too close for comfort. Watch, Gargantuar is gonna pop up right about now on cue. Help if it would click. You know what? Forget those things. They don't exist. They officially do not exist anymore. Okay, they exist. Damn it all. Yep. Thank goodness they have not hit us with any Gargantuars up to this point. No, thank goodness that they've essentially gotten myself being to a pulp so far. Yeah, like it said, it's so dangerous seeing that you have to go so far up to really deal with zombies. Huge wave, eh? Okay, I think I'm ready. He thinks. Oh yeah, that is the most perfect. Oh god. Just hope for the best. Really, just hope for the best. That's all I can recommend. Right. Yeah, I think I might call that part. Thank you, and we'll read this note next time. I believe. See you next time if it's not what I think it is.